go get them again.
Welcome back to another unboxing first impression video on my channel. Today we are delving into the brand of Uncle Serge and of course his master perfumier, Christopher Sheldrake. This one called Arabie. Yes, I haven't smelt this classic from the line. When people talk about Uncle Serge's releases and you're talking about top 10s, top 20s, things like that, Arabie will probably be on the list. So I blind buy these every so often, the 50 mils, right? I'm not big into the bell jars. I don't own any bell jar fragrances. I actually don't have the new bottle releases or the big 100 mil ones, the Gratte-Ciel bottles, but I do have one right here to be unboxed, a really good one, a leather-based one. Just gave you a good hint on what it is. But let's go back to Arabie. There's my collection here, my beautiful collection. It's missing one because one is on a list. Oh, he's doing lists again. Yes, oh, careful, YouTube. Fragrance community, real lists coming through now. Oh, we're getting scared. Yeah, Sheldrake. My bottle of Sheldrake is over there where you can't see it in a list. A list that starts with the letter V. That's all we're saying. Okay, so Uncle Serge. I was the one that penned that term. Imagine that. That's how old I am. I've done things that probably a lot of you don't even know that on YouTube. I started calling him Uncle because a lot of his fragrances reminded me of, like, they were blended by Sheldrake, kind of like a home brew. And they're warming, they're comforting, there's spices and dried fruits and things like, and that really just brought me to that imagery of Serge Lutens, kind of like an uncle, like a nice uncle, right? That every Christmas you get something cool from the cool uncle, and that's where I am with the brand of Serge Lutens. Now, it's going to be a true first impression. I've never smelt Arabie. We don't have Serge Lutens boutiques here in Canada or anything like that. Actually, they pulled out of the US. Serge Lutens, when I first started on YouTube, these were readily available for under $100. The whole line, right? There was the, not these, but these ones with the black stickers used to be like exclusives where they'd go in and out of being available. So you'd always grab those if they were at discounters versus the white stickered ones, which were always readily available. Here's one of them, En Santal Majuscule, among others. There's a lot of favorites here. This is a great brand. Redundant brand? No, but they really are made for fall and winter. Like, if I had to grab a perfumier for winter and fall scents for a brand of my own, the first perfumier I'd ring up would be Sheldrake. I'll be like, Chanel, you don't need them. Serge Lutens, you don't need them. I'm taking him. He's my winter fall guru. Let's start making fragrances, like really complex, great ones. I'm a big fan of this brand. So every time I unbox, there's like a certain, you can tell, the smiles there. I'm not unboxing another Sauvage. I'm not unboxing, a flanker for 1 million. This is an event on my channel, at least. And I don't mean by views and stuff. Who cares about that stuff? This is all about the purists out there that are going to click on this video. You're already subscribed to me, you're going to watch. And then the new people that come in, I feel, anybody that's searching for Arabie, you're a purist. You're a real fragrance head, and you're kind of trying to gauge if you're gonna buy this. But there is still a lot for me to discover. I want to discover La Mire, I believe, Sarrasin, which is another one, Purple Juice. Really interesting fragrances. So I'm looking forward to still delving more into the brand of Serge Lutens. I haven't discovered them all. So before we get into anything, if you're new here, welcome to the Robes Away channel. I'm your host, Mark. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, right? That like button. I'm starting to look more and more and seeing, usually it was just like, whatever, like, dislike. Actually, if you dislike the video, it doesn't really matter. It's the exact same thing as per YouTube. It's interaction, apparently. So I don't really care. You can do whichever one you want. It's interaction. And what I see is if the numbers are a little higher, I'm starting to gauge my channel a little bit more on what you guys want on this channel. It doesn't mean that's the bread and butter. That's not the direction I'm going to be going. Like, let's say I unbox a Sauvage Elixir, we'll say, and it gets like 600 likes. It's a lot more than a Serge Lutens fragrance. I'm still going to go into my roots. There's no way you're going to see this guy. This is the last guy. If I ever sell out on YouTube, you just give up on the hobby altogether. If I start doing panty dropper videos and you see click the link below, like 10 links, 20 links in my description, shut me down. Shut me down. If I do a top 20 and it's a sponsored link and that #1 bottle is like Soy Boy or something, shoot me. Just don't even shut down my channel. Come to Canada, take my collection, burn the Soy Boy bottle, get rid of me. Now, let's get back to Arabie. I'm talking. Yeah, this is me. I always do that. Let's take a look at the note breakdown. Let's see what we get out of this one. In the top, we got dried fruits, cloves, dates, nutmeg, caraway, bay leaf, fig, and mandarin. Oh, okay. Fruity, spicy. Dried fruits, even though that's nondescript, you know, I'm seeing dates and fig and stuff. So I'm starting to see where this is going to go. In the mid, we got myrrh and benzoid, so we got some resins. And in the base, we got sandalwood, tonka bean, and cedar, so some woods. I think this is going to be, again, I think this is just going to be a classic Sheldrake, depending where it goes. It was released in the year 2000, like red on the button. Obviously the nose, Christopher Sheldrake. Pricing, this one retails for $320 USD, because it's a bell jar now. These things are, I don't know if they're available. You know what? Comment below. People go to retailers all the time and check out Serge Lutens fragrances, especially my European friends. I don't think my American friends will help me much. But my European friends, let me know what Serge Lutens is making available for Arabie. Is it just the bell jar? Can you get a 50 ml in like this kind of bottle? Can you get the 100 ml in the Gratte-Ciel bottle that I have right there? The big black bottles, we'll see. You guys let me know, but that's what I found on the website. $320 USD, expensive for 75 ml. Now you can find these little 50 mils, give or take, around 140, 190 USD, give or take. I don't remember. Oh yeah, this was a part of my Canadian. Oh, that was a long time. This is how long I've had this bottle. It's been at least 3-4 years. It was in my bulk buy at a Canadian discounter where they had Serge Lutens for under $100, like the good old days. It's like 4 years ago. I got the Vetiver one. Is that what this one is? Vetiver Oriental, and I don't remember what else I got. Couche du Diable, maybe. I got 3. This is the last of them. So we'll see what we can get here. Let's unbox this, because I know I gotta build the bottle, right? You know, there's a stopper on this, and I gotta put the atomizer in and all that. So it's gonna take some time. So let's, you know, while I'm doing this, you guys can comment below and tell me which Serge Lutens fragrance is your favorite. Which one is your favorite? Which one? And I know you don't know all my collection. This is most of it. Which one would you recommend me? Just throw out some names in the comment section. I don't care. Whatever you feel is the best, let me know. I own a lot of them, but there's a lot of them that I still haven't smelt, like Iris Silver Mist. Yeah, that's a classic from the Serge Lutens line. So it's got the yellowish juice. I miss doing these. This is, there you go. You're going to join your family today. Finally. Okay. We're going to put on strip first, and then we'll put it on skin. Let's grab one of my trusty strips here, and let's see what we get. It's got that certain, the atomizers from Serge Lutens have that certain sound to them, eh? Okay, let's smell this one. Arabie from Christopher Sheldrake and Serge Lutens. Oh. Okay. Oh, she's strong on the spices. The dried fruit too. Oh yeah, that's the kind of, you know what this reminds me of a little bit? What is that? That bay leaf? Okay. I got a little story for you. There's a fragrance in the Serge Lutens lineup that's called Chypre Rouge. It has this red syrupy thing with a bay leaf, kind of like almost like a green-red nuance that I was just like, this is too strong, too crazy, too much, which is something really rare that I would say from an Uncle Serge fragrance. Most of them, there's, I would like to revisit that fragrance. However, I'm revisiting it a little bit here. There's a little bit of that bay leaf, caraway, dried fruit, dates. It's complex. Lots of spices. Putting on skin. Scent of the day. Perfect scent of the day. Middle of winter. You know what it is right now? It's minus 25 Celsius out there. No snow. It's too cold to snow. Yeah, it was recycling garbage day this morning. And oh boy, I went outside like, around 6:30 or something to drop off all the stuff at the end of the driveway. And I'm like, you know when the coat gets like stiff? Your coat's like stiff because it's cold? Yeah. Oh, this smells a little chocolatey nuance in here. It smells. Okay. So it's got a little bit of that Chypre Rouge from Serge Lutens. It's got that sweet bay leaf kind of thing going on, but it's got a fruit cake, Christmas cake. My mom used to make this all the time, Christmas cake, and it came with like raisins, dates, candied orange pieces, and candied pineapple pieces. There's no pineapple in here. It had several little pieces, and it was like little squares in this cake. I honestly, when I was a little kid, I was like, Mom, what are you doing? Nobody likes this. Like, I never liked it. Never liked it. Once I grew up a little bit, it has, that cake also kind of has like a boozy nuance, and I don't know if that was just my mom adding that. It had cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, the familiar Christmas nuances, right? This has a piece of that in there. Yes. Yes, it does. It's got the nutmeg. The bay leaf kind of plays a little trick, like it's not supposed to be there. So I'm getting different vibes out of this thing, but sweet fruits. Candied mandarin is in here, yes, and figs, but also has the nutmeg and the nutmeg and the caraway, and maybe even some cardamom in here, maybe even some cumin. It's fruity, it's sweet, it's spicy, it's festive, it's strong. There's a little bit of a woody backbone as well. So it's not as syrupy red as the Chypre Rouge, where I'd be like, oh, I really need to get a sample of that. I think that one got discontinued. Too bad. I had a little sample of it, I think, from the Perfume court. When I first started on like 2010 mark. That was a long time ago. I do remember that. I can't believe I remember. The sample was a Perfume court sample. When I first got into Sheldrake, I think I got like 3-4 bottles of fragrances from Serge Lutens, and I was starting to go, like I blind bought like 3 or 4, and I'm like, banger, banger, banger. And I'm like, geez, this Sheldrake guy never misses. And I started getting samples, and I'm like, I'm going to get this whole collection. Should have, could have. At that point, they were under $100 each. I should have bought them all. But this has like dates and raisins and prunes and figs, and it's fruits well balanced with the bay leaf, but it also caraway. It's warm, it's spice. It could remind you a little bit of like a potpourri because of the fruity nuances and the spicy nuances. And again, that was relevant in my household as well. My mother used to put the potpourri around the house. This is taking me back a little bit. It has that Christmas feel to it. And don't forget, there's myrrh in here too. So there is some resinous qualities as well. Almost kind of like tobacco-ish, but there's no tobacco in here. Or is there? No. But it can bring you to several different nuances, but there's a smoky quality in here. This is nice. It's nice. It's not my favorite. The Sheldrake's and the Fumity Turks and all that. Probably wouldn't hit a top 5 Uncle Serge list. Top 10. It could. Again, it's new-ish. Obviously, it's new to me. The newest one of my collection. So you got to give it time. It has all those familiar pieces to it. And I think a lot of reviews say this is really, really sweet for a Serge Lutens fragrance. I don't know if I can agree with that. There's some sweetness, of course. But it has that warmth, like a warm sweater, and it has that festive feel, and it has, you know, it's a lot more than just like, it's not like a Tonka bomb or anything like that. And it's not like syrupy, like I was thinking like syrupy. Like I think that initial hit kind of reminded me a little bit of Chypre Rouge, where it was kind of like a candied sweetness, but that went away. Yeah, a good one. Again, perfect for fall. Another good one from Christopher Sheldrake and Serge Lutens. I thought this was my last Serge Lutens bottle to unbox in my collection, but I totally forgot about this thing right here, and I can't wait to open that one up. A leather-based one. That's the only tip that you're getting. An older release from Serge Lutens, but you still have lots to discover from the brand. And I wouldn't mind getting like 10 samples of the Serge Lutens brand that has been released in the past like 5-6 years, because not readily available anymore, super expensive, you know, in Canada. You know, you almost, you know, this was the last time that I saw them for under $100 for like 50 ml bottles. They have the usual suspects, and it happens like every so often that that little website for Canadians only opens up for like a week or two in a year randomly, and you can get these bottles, and it's always the same little ones. Like I got the Veteran one because I never owned it, and this one because I never owned it, but they have like Shane and a few others that I already own. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled for Serge Lutens. There's still these 50 ml bottles kicking around online, and you can get them for a pretty good price. Like a truly niche brand, right? As much as a lot of these niche brands are coming in, you know, within our fragrance realm, right? The Amouages, you know, that are changing their ways, to the PDMs that never change their ways. They're here for one reason only. They did it. They're gone. They're rich now. They sold the company. You know, brands like Byredo, stuff like that, MFK. Then you go back to this. Like a truly, like I know I want to support this brand a lot more, but they kind of like shut things down a little bit, kind of like Chanel. They're like, no, we want to have a hold of our distribution. We don't want to be at discounters that much. So yeah, this is a good one. I like this one. Now that you've heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly, right? I could see this is one of those Serge Lutens that may push the envelope just a little much for some people not to enjoy it. I could see that. So there is going to be some love and some hate in the comments, and I applaud those, right? I'm not a fragrance reviewer that you're going to type in a comment, you're going to come back 2 weeks later and your comment's gone. Why? Because the reviewer, you didn't agree with the reviewer. No, you can say whatever you want about Arabie. I don't own stock in Serge Lutens. This is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money. I don't care. You're not hurting my feelings. Why? I've never met you. So you can ditch it. You can hate it. You can love it. You can be in the middle of the road. That's what the comment section is for, personally. And as always, a great report fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your Serge Lutens release wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one. One recommendation before I go. If this is your first time viewing a Serge Lutens fragrance review from me, or it's you're intrigued into the brand, you're in the right place. I'm being honest. This is a really good brand. If you didn't like a Serge Lutens and you kind of went away, like you smelt one and you're like, give it some time. Let your nose, you know, with time, with more smelling, you may turn around. This is a great brand. So just keep that in mind. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, YouTube.